What is going on, everybody? Welcome on in to Sports Live in the 215. Today we'll discuss the Phillies getting swept by the Milwaukee Brewers at home this past weekend. I just felt in all three games, um, the Brewers did a lot of the little things better than the Phillies. They played better defense. They they executed with runners in scoring position better than we did. They got more runners on base than we did. And when they had those opportunities, they just cashed in and they made the plays they were supposed to make. Um, yeah, on Friday night, like the Phillies just kind of came out flat. They only scored 2 runs. Um, I want to I want to let me hold on. I want to say Taiwan Walker went the first 5. Let me just confirm that really quick. Hold on. Taiwan Walker went. Uh, he went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, and 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and struck out 6. He just wasn't his sharpest, and yeah. So we move and yeah, the Phillies offense didn't really show up. They only put up 2 runs on Friday night. It wasn't it wasn't the way you want to you want to continue a homestand for sure. And then Saturday, I don't know what happened. Before we could blink, we were down we were down 12-0, and Rhys Hoskins just had like the game of his life. He had 2 3-run bombs, 6 RBIs. He was just an absolute menace to society. Luzardo, I thought, was absolutely awful. And um it's it was just Saturday was one of those days where you just want to kind of throw away that game. I don't even look at it as a 17-7 ball game. I look at it as like 16-1, 17-0. Like the Phillies were just outmatched and outclassed every in every way in Saturday's ball game. Um, it just wasn't. It was not good, and you're like, all right, flush it. Let's go on to Sunday, and then Sunday, Ranger Suarez was absolutely excellent. Went 6 1/3 innings. Was charged with only 1 run. Because I believe I want to say Kirkering came in and um, Kirkering came in and gave up I think it might have been a base hit. But yeah, and then so the game, or actually, he gave up, or actually Suarez, my fault. Suarez did give up 2 runs. But only one of which was earned. Um, it was certainly a struggle, and then the Brewers in the 7th inning after Ranger got out of the game, they just kept finding holes, and the Phillies just they they didn't they weren't beaten by the Brewers. They gave the Brewers Sunday's game. So it was just one of those bad series where you just want to kind of forget it as quickly as possible. And I I feel like this team is still really good. I know we lost our grip on first place, but today's a new day. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. There's always another game the next day. So um, yeah, it's just incredibly frustrating that that the guys came out flat, especially after seeing Bryce Harper, who's your superstar, get hit in the elbow with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Um, it was very disappointing for them to come out flat. Um, I overall though I think they'll be fine. But it's just one of those series where um, I think I I think baseball happened. I just think that that the Brewers kind of got it rolling and the Phillies didn't, and the Phillies ended up being beaten unfortunately. Ooh, sorry. Um, yeah, so it's just frustrating and I know people were ripping Rob Thompson after his post game comments on Sunday, um, saying that Trey Turner's defense was better than last year, and I just I want to say like how do you say that, but then in the same breath say like I can't put a number on it, like that's just not it just shows that that you're kind of not you're not supporting your argument very well, and yeah, it's just that whole thing is a mess. I do think Trey will he'll hopefully he'll like figure it out and kind of lock in, but time will tell on that front. I I do think overall that this team will be they're gonna be fine. Like they're still one of the best teams in baseball, and it's just one of the this weekend was just one of those times where it's just like, man, the the air just kind of comes out of the balloon after the seventh inning. Like Kirkering actually he came in on Sunday, and that he was a part of that fiasco. He actually made his pitches, but his defense didn't help him out. There was a ball that Trey didn't keep his feet moving, and the ball kind of when it kicked off the front of his glove, I believe, and 2 runs ended up scoring. The Brewers took the lead off of that. Um, and or I I want to say that they took the lead thanks to Edmundo Sosa not throwing home when a ball was grounded to third base, and he thought he could get the double play, and that's one of those situations where you gotta really understand the situation, understand the time of the game. So that wasn't great for sure. Like that was actually let me rip them for a second. That was absolutely awful. Like you have to understand in that situation. Like we gotta cut down this run here. Like that's like no like knowing that is just huge, and it's just it just sucks that that the wheels kind of fell off in that Sunday game because or in the game on Sunday because Ranger was absolutely cruising. He was dominant. Um, he was just uh, he was just cool, calm, collected Ranger, and yeah, it definitely it definitely sucks to lose a game like that. Um, I'm I actually I needed to kind of take a few days before recording this episode to kind of calm myself down because I was pissed. Um, like I was pissed after the game, and like I needed to fully like collect my thoughts. I don't know why I didn't just unload on Sunday, but that would have probably that would have probably made some pretty good content. But but I didn't. I took the time I needed to think like rationally and stuff. So yeah, like obviously obviously getting swept at home never feels good, but now the Phillies can kind of reset themselves and take on a struggling Toronto Blue Jays team, and hopefully we can come out with at least a series win because this team sorely needs it. They're just uh, they're just struggling right now, and one of the things I wanted to mention was Bryce Harper's coming back to the lineup, so that's huge for your fighting Phils. I just think I think um, and I spoke about this the on This Week in Phillies Baseball on Hardcore Sports' YouTube channel. I said I think the loss of Bryce Harper. I said I think the loss of Bryce Harper kind of made the rest of the Phillies feel like they had to play over their head a little bit, and that's kind of why they played. That could be. It's probably why they played so poorly, honestly, because they were trying to do too much, and when you try to do too much, especially at O level like the major leagues, you're gonna get beat, and that's what happened to the Phillies, unfortunately. So yeah, we're on to Toronto. I hopefully the Phillies can rebound from this putrid, awful, horrible um, series against the Brewers. And before I get out of here, I just want to say thank you guys for those of you that have watched the Jack Fritz interview. That was really, really fun. Um, Thank you guys for all of that support. I really appreciate it. And um, thank you guys for listening to this. And as always, go Phils.